Hey Steven, do you have time to shoot that bracketology cold open today?
I'm really sorry, Kate. I'm just super slammed right now. It's the second day of the term. We've got student leader elections. I'm just too busy to shoot a cold open.
Really? You can't fit it in anywhere?
I'm slammed. Like, I'm booked solid. I don't have time to shoot a cold open. I don't have ideas for a cold open. It's just a really busy time.
Really? You can't even just like, I don't know, phone one in?
No, I can't. I have no ideas. I'm super slammed. I'm sorry. I don't have time to shoot a cold open. When did these cameras get here? Hello and welcome back to another episode of OMN Bracketology. As you probably noticed by now, no cold open on today's episode. That's because we're really busy right now at OMN. It's day 2 of spring term, so all of the students are back. The term has started. We're also hiring for our new student leaders at OMN, so we've got interviews to prepare for. KBVR is celebrating its 60th anniversary. Beaver's Digest is celebrating its 10th anniversary. We've got a new barrow coming out. We've got a new damn sheet coming out. As you can tell, it's a very busy time. But I really appreciate the time that you all have taken to play OMN Bracketology with us. As I said in episode 1, we've got a record 62 people playing, and everyone is vying for those top prizes. So without further ado, let's take a look at the leaderboards first in the men's tournament. OMN Creative Video lead Kate Zane remains on top in the men's tournament. She has Duke picked to win it all. She was in first place last week. All of her picks keep playing out very well for her, so be watching out. She is the one to beat on the men's tournament side. In second place on the men's side, we have a tie. Olivia Grande, the marketing and creative associate for OMN. She has Duke picked, and she is tied with Ryan Harlan. Ryan, if you remember, won an OMN Bracketology tournament last year. And then we have a 3-way tie for fourth with 3 alumni. Anne-Marie Botita, videographer working in Portland, she has Auburn, as does Emma Koch. Emma nearly had a perfect bracket last year and won OMN Bracketology. She has jumped up high to 4th place. And Riley Youngman, former Barometer editor, also has Auburn picked, and he is tied for 4th. In the NCAA Women's Tournament, Diana Moskovitz is still the player to beat in OMN Bracketology. The Defector Media Investigations editor is in first place right now. She has UConn picked. But right behind Diana is Kayleen McLaughlin. Kayleen is a KBVR alum and the former producer of the TV show Music to Our Ears. She has Texas picked. Nino Paoli, former Barometer writer, is still in 3rd place. He has UCLA. And then we have a 3-way tie for 4th place. Riley Youngman and Ryan Harlan are up there again, tied for 4th with Ray Reynolds. Thank you to everyone who was playing OMN Bracketology this year. In case you forgot, all of our top 3 finishers on both the men's and women's sides get prizes in OMN Bracketology. First place gets a really nice OSU sweatshirt, second place gets an OSU baseball hat, and third place gets the mystery box, which has some nice goodies and surprises in store for you. So we'll see what happens for these final couple games of the tournaments. We'll see who gets those fabulous prizes. But now let's introduce you to some of our awesome students here at Orange Media Network. In our student spotlight of the week, we're going to introduce you to Ella Mashroutechi, who is the editor-in-chief of Beaver's Digest magazine. And this video, by the way, was also produced by Kate Zane of our creative video team. She made this a little earlier this year, and I thought it was a fabulous way to show off both the creative video team's work and to introduce you to an amazing student editor who has been guiding our lifestyle magazine all year. Let's introduce you to Ella and find out a little bit more about her.
My name is Ella. I'm the editor-in-chief of Beaver's Digest.
Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to week 4.
We are for students by students, so we're almost a little bit like historians recording what life is like right now in the year 2024.
Overpriced cookies and it's a chain? Not fine.
Cookies and coffee. It's so good. He is so interesting. Oh my gosh.
I think that all of the writers that I'm working with are so passionate and so curious, and they just want to know about something, and it shows in their writing, and I just love reading how passionate they are about something.
It can be applied to any situation, whether it be midterms or
All good.
I wrote an article called Boots on the Ground about student firefighters last spring for the climate change issue, and I loved writing that article. I talked to so many cool people who are my age or around my age, and they went up to the mountains and fought fire for like an entire summer. They're such cool people, and I got to talk to a lot of them. I am Iranian American. I think that my identity and a lot of people, either Iranians or other people of color, our identities are very much tied to politics. Any sort of organization, whether it be like a university or at a larger scale, the government, they have a certain responsibility to serve the people they serve, and journalism is a great tool to ensure that that's happening with full transparency. So freedom of speech is really important, and it goes hand in hand with journalism. We definitely need to appreciate them, because there are countries that don't have that. And we do.
And now to go from the current Beaver's Digest editor to a former Beaver's Digest editor. Our alum of the week is Sukhjot Sal, editor-in-chief of Beaver's Digest from a couple of years ago, who now works at Oregon Public Broadcasting. Let's check in with Sukhjot and find out what's going on with her.
Hi, my name is Sukhjot Sal, and I'm a digital producer at OPB, Oregon Public Broadcasting. I graduated from Oregon State in June 2023, even though it feels like it was just yesterday. And I started at OMN as a print contributor for the Daily Barometer and Beaver's Digest. My final year at OSU, I was editor-in-chief of Beaver's Digest, and that was the peak of my college experience. I loved it so much. A lot of the things that I learned as editor for BD or OMN in general are things that I use every day in my job at OPB. A lot of what I do is copy editing because I really enjoy it. So proofreading carefully for AP style, spelling, grammar, comprehension. I help package stories as a whole. So a story comes in, I check the headline, edit it, change it up maybe a little bit. I add in images, I add related links, and I love that kind of like careful, intentional thinking in journalism. It's a dream job, honestly, and I love it so much. Another role that I play is putting together our daily newsletter, our 6-day-a-week newsletter. It's called First Look. It has 25,000 subscribers. Every technical lesson I got from OMN, I applied OPB. How to edit stories, how to make sure stories are accessible, answer questions, respect sources, building relationships with them and within our community. And I also learned a lot of mental lessons. So learning how to trust myself, building confidence, being a good teammate, being a good leader, being an empathetic person, and trusting my gut, and learning how to carve out a space for myself as a very introverted person in a very extroverted industry. And these are all things I really primarily worked with Jen, my advisor, and learned so much from her. She is my guardian angel. I pretty much think about advice that she gave me at least like once a week, if not more. What really solidified for me that I want to go into journalism was our DC conference trip to the College Media Association conference. It was life-changing. We left that conference a lot more sure of ourselves. I literally wouldn't have been editor for Beaver's Digest or worked at the Bulletin in Bend or worked for OPB right now if I hadn't had that experience and had it affirm what I kind of was already thinking, which is that I love journalism and I want to work in it forever.
So many awesome things going on at Orange Media Network right now. As I said at the top of the show, we're hiring for our next student leaders right now. Applications just closed last night, and we're doing interviews next week. Best of luck to all of our applicants. I know you're going to do a great job, and I wish you all the best in carrying on the legacy that our current student leaders have set this year. Some other cool things going on. KBVR FM is celebrating 60 years on the air. That's right, KBVR first signed on in 1965. And to celebrate, KBVR is doing a special series called the 60th Anniversary Rewind, where they're catching up with former DJs, former staff members, former podcasters, and talking to them about their experience with college radio. You can check it out right now wherever you get your podcasts. It's called the 60th Anniversary Rewind. Go ahead and click that subscribe button for them. I'm sure they'd appreciate it, and catch up with all those amazing alumni as well. It's a really great series. Beaver's Digest is also celebrating 10 years of publishing. They first began in the fall of 2014, so watch out for their new issue coming out very, very soon on newsstands, or you can find more information online. And The Barometer and Damn Chic are also publishing right now. They're hard at work getting their next issues completed. Those are going to be coming out very soon, so watch out for that. It's also scholarship season and internship season. We've got a lot of students taking time to put in those applications. Best of luck to all of you students out there, and do your best. That's really all we can ask for. And thank you again to everyone who is supporting Orange Media Network. I know I've been talking a lot about that in these videos, but I really appreciate all the support that you have given to our program. Again, if you are interested in giving a donation or supporting OMN in any way, the link to do so is in the description of our video on YouTube, so please check that out. Well, that wraps up our latest episode of OMN Bracketology. There are only a couple games left. We're in the Final Four. By the time I see you again next week, we will know the winners of OMN Bracketology, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time.